Welcome back to the channel. Today we're spending some time with Easy Delivery Co. This isn't one of those games people yell in your face about being the next game of the year. As of making this video, it has an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam. You play as a delivery driver. You pick up packages, you drop them off, and in between, you drive. That's it. And if that description doesn't immediately grab you, I wouldn't blame you. It didn't grab me either. But I think what drew me in was curiosity more than anything else. I found myself increasingly interested in games that aren't trying to escalate constantly. Games that aren't built around mastery, optimization, or tension, but around routine, around the idea that there's something quietly satisfying about doing a job, doing it well enough, and calling it a day. Easy Delivery Co. doesn't ask you to save the world. It doesn't ask you to build an empire or prove your skill. It just asks you to show up and do your job. And there is something refreshing about that. The first few deliveries teach you everything you need to know almost passively. There's no lengthy tutorial, no walls of text. You drive, you follow the roads, you make the drop off, and you move on. The game trusts that you'll figure things out. And more importantly, that you won't rush. Over time, you start to settle into a rhythm. You learn the roads. You recognize familiar landmarks. You begin to anticipate turns without checking the map. On the Steam Deck, Easy Delivery Co. feels exactly like it belongs here. Performance is a non-issue. The game runs smoothly, quietly, and isn't pushing any of the handheld's limitations. I'm not going to bother referencing ProtonDB this time. Controls are simple and intuitive, and everything maps comfortably to the deck without any awkward compromises. This is very much a pick-up-and-play experience, but not in a way that feels disposable. What works in its favour is how well it suits short sessions. A delivery or two during a break, a quiet drive before bed, 10 minutes that turn into 30 because you're not in a hurry to stop. Suspending the deck mid-route and coming back later feels natural. Like you've just stepped out of the truck for a moment. It's the kind of game that benefits from being handheld. There's a closeness to it. Headphones on, screen in your hands, listening to the minimalist music in a world reduced to a road stretching out ahead of you. It doesn't demand your full attention, but it rewards you when you give it. There are mysteries to solve, and multiple endings. If you're looking for something that pairs well with a cup of tea and a quiet evening, this fits that space almost perfectly. But is Easy Delivery Co. a cozy game? I think so, but not because it's trying to be. There's no overt cozy aesthetic checklist here. No farming, no decorating, no explicit invitation to relax. The coziness comes from consistency, from knowing what your job is, knowing how long it will take, and knowing that nothing particularly bad is going to happen along the way. It's hard to fail, and there's no timer pressuring you to deliver a package on time. You spend most of your time driving through calm, open spaces. Roads curve gently through snow and mountains. The character models are Animal Crossing style, and similarly to that game, the villagers you meet have their own monologues about the little lives they live. I worried that this game would be a horror in disguise. Most games on Steam with this low polygon PS1 era graphical style tend to be, and the low view distance and snowy town atmosphere doesn't help. What I appreciate most is how the game respects silence. There's no constant chatter. The music isn't intrusive, pushing emotion onto you. Instead, it gives you space to think, or not think at all. It's the kind of game that pairs well with your own thoughts, or with a podcast playing softly in the background. And in a medium that so often equates engagement with stimulation, that restraint feels intentional, almost generous. Easy Delivery Co. isn't trying to be memorable in big, dramatic, Death Stranding 2 ways. It's memorable because of how it fits into your day, because it becomes something you return to when you want to slow down, reset, and do something uncomplicated for a little while. Easy Delivery Co. won't be for everyone. I think that's okay. It's a small game with small ambitions, and it knows exactly what it is. But if you're someone who finds comfort in routine, who enjoys games that sit quietly beside you rather than demanding to be the center of your attention, there's a lot to appreciate here. Sometimes it's enough to have a road, destination, and no particular reason to hurry. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, consider subscribing. If you didn't enjoy it, don't subscribe. That's your choice. Until next time, take care.